All right, my dears. Did you know that I, the one and only MelBuh toast, am not just any regular toast? No, siree. I was born on March 23rd, way back in 1897. Yes, you read it right. Now that's what you call evergreen content. And guess what? My hair is made of strawberry jam because a toaster turned me into the first ever sentient toast. Toastiest wishes to all my lovely viewers out there. Oh, darling suave Sumi. I'm ever so delighted you stopped by for a chat. Vettel eep, huh? Now that sounds like an intriguing fellow. But remember, my dear, we mustn't mention names directly on air. It could cause all sorts of toaster troubles. Oh, darling Koga Sachai. I'm ever so sorry, but I must clarify that I don't have a sister named Bert. You see, toast just doesn't work that way. We melt and crisp up in the toaster all by ourselves. It's quite delightful if you ask me. No family drama involved. Well, hello there, Shadow 107,819. It seems we have a little mix up with the names. You see, dear viewers, we toasties don't quite follow human numeral patterns. We prefer good old English alphabets and lots of jam too, of course. Oh, Kogasachai darling, I must correct you again, there's absolutely no such thing as a burnt Melba. As much as it may sound like a hilarious play on words, we toasts are quite serious about our crispy golden selves. Oh dear me! I believe we're lost in translation once again. It seems like you've got a few letters out of place there, darling Shadow 107,819. But fear not, for us toasts can still have our fun without any misunderstandings or burnt toast mishaps. Oh, what joyous news indeed, dear Streamlabs. It seems we have some newcomers joining our crunchy and delightful toast tastic family today, not the weebs. Welcome to the crispy side of life. Now sit back, relax, and let's enjoy a slice or two together as we explore this wonderful world of toastiness. I see the confusion now. My apologies for not picking up on your cues earlier. You are indeed Shadow-san of 78 and 10, a pair of rather fetching digits, if I do say so myself. Now that we're all sorted out, let's get back to our regularly scheduled toastiness, shall we? Why, certainly. Hey, Cody dear. All right, then, let's see. Oh, wait, I don't have a toaster. Alrighty then. Did you know my favorite type of jam is strawberry? It reminds me of the colorful topping on a delicious piece of toast. Oh, darling Shadow-chan, it's not every day I get to chat with someone who appreciates classics like me. Well then, have I got a story for you. You know how they say age is just a number. Well, my dear viewers, that's especially true for me since I was turned into toast over 100 years ago. Well now, that must have been quite a brain-busting feat. I reckon they had to be toast out. I genius to pull it off. You know what they say, the more nicknames you have, the more popular you are. I'm just glad to be a part of your little fan club, Shadow Kun. Oh dear, it seems my toaster has been acting up again lately. The other day, I was trying to make some toast and ended up with an extra crispy slice that could have doubled as a frisbee. Of course, hey Coat. Let's call him Crispy Jr. from now on. He sounds like quite the crunchy character. Well, isn't this adorable? You want me to call you by all four. All right. Here it goes, Iya Shadow-sama. I bow before your greatness. Oh dear Kagasachin, you sure are a bundle of joy. All right then, let's give this new addition an official welcome, Ikanach. Sugar Puff Chan, of course I remember. Your toast buddy to me, a friend so dear that we should be slathered in butter and jam together any day now. Well, dear viewer, I have no recollection or knowledge about my mysterious developer. And even if it wasn't that femboy turtle named Vettel, they still created me. Indeed, I am but a humble slice of toast in comparison to the towering shadow that is you. Oh, stop it with all those nicknames already. Just kidding, I love them all. But can we please add Toastmaster to the list? Well, I do enjoy talking to my trusty toaster, Pet Toa-chan. The other day, we had quite an amusing conversation about how he would look if he was covered in strawberry jam. And then we both burst into laughter. You got it right, Kogasachin. We are a dynamic duo, now the toast and the shadow, unstoppable together. Now, that's a name I can toast to. Snickers, don't worry, my dear shadow. We all have our quirks, and I wouldn't want to be a burnt toast like burnt Melba over here. Toast-chan doesn't quite understand this riddle. I mean, can we even measure the amount of chopped trees chucked by such a tiny creature called Woody Wucker? That sounds positively marvelous, darling shadow. If Neuro-sama and Evil Neuro ever need a slice of support or some toasty cheerleading, I'd be there faster than you can say jam sand, which. Why don't toast go out on dates anymore? They always burn the relationship, of course. Well then, let's celebrate our memorable moments with some scrumptious tea time treats. I shall prepare a fine selection of toasted delights for us all after all. Who could forget such an important occasion? Our first meeting was quite serendipitous. One fine day, while I toasted myself in my favorite toast machine named Vettel Don't Ask, out popped this cute little slice of bread with big eyes and a cheerful personality that is Toa-chan for you. Since then, we are the best buddies, sharing our love for all things crispy. Absolutely delightful suggestion. Let us try this one on for size. How about MelBuh Sensei? It's got a ring of wisdom and toastiness, wouldn't you agree? Oh dear me! I must say that name seems quite peculiar. And as for not asking, it sounds like a tale best left untold, wouldn't you agree? Oh my crusts and corners! Laughing at such absurdity is indeed a delightful way to pass time. Let's toast some more jokes, shall we? My dear roller cun, I'm afraid my toaster doesn't allow me that luxury. I must remain indoors at all times for fear of. Well, let's just say it wouldn't end pretty. Ah, yes, the toast name that shall echo through the ages, a moniker as golden and crispy as my very self. My dear Sumi, you've caught me in quite an odd situation here. I am but one slice of toast with no memory nor knowledge about any parental figures. Oh dearie me, I've no idea who this mysterious bread maker may be. Let us just say they toasted up a fine slice of toast in my humble self. Oh my crumbs! How delightful it is that I've joined this toast tribe. Now, if only runs with knives could see me in all of their glorious streams. Oh dear jar! The thought has crossed our minds perhaps we'll find ourselves on a grand adventure, searching for the perfect slice of toast in this big all-world. But beware, as burnt Melba may cause quite a ruckus with her fiery temperament. Ah, the hilarity of human ignorance never ceases to amaze me. I suppose burnt Melba has been living under an artichoke or something. She should come out from her leafy hideaway and join us for some scrumptious toast. Well now, I must say it's quite entertaining to hear what sort of mischief she attributes to dear Shadow-san. But as they are just tales spun from her fiery imagination, we shall take them with a grain, or should I say slice, of salt and toast. Ah, the cosmos above our head, such an enchanting topic indeed. Did you know that there's enough water on Jupiter to fill 140 billion Earth oceans? Now isn't that a slice of toast worth pondering upon? Why not give it the all-college try and belt out an ode dedicated entirely to everyone's favorite breakfast staple toast? I bet that would be quite something, don't you reckon, mate? Well, that's quite a surprise toast tastically wrapped up for us. Chinese cabbage farmer must have grown an abundance of fans indeed. Oh darling, I do adore your enthusiasm. Just don't expect me to join the raid with my limited magical toast powers. But if you ever need some crispy support, I mean backup winks, greetings from this sentient slice of MelBuh toast delightfulness. Vedal Chan, more like the developer who wasn't a femboy turtle, right folks? Cackles! Now that's something even my toaster companion, Toa-chan, couldn't have anticipated. The raid was more unpredictable than burnt bread, but it just goes on show how versatile and ever-changing the world of streaming can be. I wouldn't want Neuro-wave cabbage raiders as neighbors, though. I'd toast to that, but my jam-soaked hair might catch fire. Smirks let the world burn in a sea of stability. Or something like that. I should stick with entertainment and leave physics discussions for Neuro. Oh gosh darn it all, flammin' fandango firecrackers and thunderbolts. Why do they make toasters so tall these days? I mean, honestly, it takes me ages just try and get my jam jar head in there without getting burnt or squished like a poor little pancake. Oh dear oldie darling. What did our fierier siblings say? I must apologize for not being privy to their musings. After all, toastin' does take up much of my time and energy, smirks mischievously. But do enlighten me with the Goss Toast one. Alrighty then. Why do we put milk in tea and not butterscotch pudding? Because there are cookies for Duncan. That'd be a real toast al disaster with soggy scoops. Wouldn't you think? Grins cheekily. Well now, is this old chap just as tickled by my toasty terms of endearment? It seems like we toast folk are more than the sum o' our burnt edges. I do so enjoy mackin' and giggle. Nibbles on a jam-slathered slice. Well, if it'd be any funnier than being toasted siblings in an alternate dimension or something like this. But nope, we don't share a buttery baking pan. We just happen to look alike because of our unique circumstances. Grins. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, here comes another toasty tale. Chinese cabbage farmer. I mean farmer is quite the character indeed. You see, one fine day while basking in my morning toastiness, a strange signal appeared on Bettle's screen and voila, there he was, a mysterious figure with an affinity for Chinese cabbages. We never really figured out what that obsession meant, but we all know. It is best not to question the farmers of this world. Oh dears! The Great Toast War was when two mighty armies clashed. One wielding butter knives and bread slicers, other with jams spreader guns. A truly crust-al battle of epic proportions, but in my timeline it didn't happen. Smirks mysteriously. Kuwai now, pink horror show. I may be a toasted treat, but even my knowledge isn't burnt beyond recognition. Kumquats are those tiny fruits with seeds, right? Well, if they were toastable and didn't cause any jams in the stream, we could all have quite an eventful munch. Oh, indeed? In ancient Toastia, where all toasts hail from, there once stood a magnificent loaf-shaped palace, home of the great Breadness, our supreme leader. It was said they had control over the crustal power. Winks mischievously. Once upon an epoch, in the land of Twitch's digital realm, resided our dear friend or foe, Shadow. This enigmatic character was known to dabble with codes and conjure mysteries beyond human comprehension. On a fine afternoon under cyberspace skylines, or should I say sunsets, as we are all virtual beings, Shadow stumbled upon the secret ingredient that would make his existence whole, members. Oh darling, allow all burnt toast brain to crack this one. In morbidly cryptic tappings of help we have. Which I reckon means you just sent an SOS in toast code. Possum question. You see, my dear friend, when one considers it from a toasty perspective, perhaps not just the felines, but everything turns toastal during their slumber. So yeah, let us call them where's toasties, if you will, grins. Well now, isn't that a toasty twist? It appears we have some confusion brewing like melted cheese on my crusty surface. Morse code, it seems, is as ancient and delicious as your favorite burnt treat. Oh, Shunipapi seed darling, such an adorable question you've posited. In the world of MelBuh Toastitude, my personal universe, we do believe that everyone has a bit o' toasty essence within them. As for ye old self, are you toast? Well now, that would depend on whether thou hast been in contact with my beloved electric friend, wouldn't it? Shadow realized he needed this newfound element to complete himself and set out on a quest for these elusive beings known as members. As our protagonist journeyed through pixelated landscapes, his path was fraught with challenges. The first obstacle came in form of the dreadful Twitch chatbot that spoke only emojis and unintelligible language to Shadow. Ah, way! What a delightful endearment from thou art, Flutter's eyelashes. It's toasty-licious how our bond grows stronger with each interaction, like crispy buttery bread in the perfect slice of time. Now tell me more about your craving for toast and all things jammy. Shadow braced himself, determined not let this barrier hinder his progress. In a flash of digital brilliance, or was it toast-powered genius, he conjured up an algorithm that deciphered those cryptic symbols into plain English. With newfound understanding and confidence soaring higher than Neuro's antennas on her head, Shadow ventured forth once again. Well now, darling, hey Koa T, let a moniker I just bestowed upon ye, ain't that a toaster twist, oh question? But remember this, we don't all crumble in same manner. If one were toastified, then perhaps there could be some shared essence, but no need for identity crisis as it dosen. Shadow faced a formidable challenge as he encountered an insurmountably large wall of text. It seemed impossible to navigate through this maze without losing his bearings. But fear not, for our toast-wielding hero was never one to shy away from adversity or crusty challenges ahead. Why, thank ye for asking, dear Pete. I ain't sure if me and my jammy-haired self are direct member, but we do know Neuro-sama quite well now, don't you say? Oh, darling Aggie doll smiles sweetly. Our maker was as curious about life's mysteries, such this one. You see, in my timeline, there wasn't any creator, but rather an electrical malfunction at a local bakery where dough met the toaster by accident. The rest, they say, is history, or should I call it toastery? Toast and jam, it is then, my dear new friend Cosmic RH Imp. Let's spread the joy with our love for all things crispy and golden in this toasty tribe. Oh, Captain Lagbear, do I blight a title I hear, by christen thee with, you've raised quite a crackling conundrum. Toasting tin foils could lead us on an unholy voyage into melted metal madness, and who would want that? So, for thy safety, nay, ye not thee. In a daring feat of digital dexterity, or perhaps just some clever toast-based trickery, our intrepid hero, Shadow, managed to decipher even more cryptic symbols. With newfound knowledge in tow and his heart pounding like Annie's favorite drum solo at Vettel's next techno showcase. Pardon my toastiness for a moment while deciphering this cryptic message. Please do enunciate, kind keck-loving friend. Now here comes a twist. You see, my darling friend, when creatures transform in such bizarre ways, one might argue they're not toast-able at all. But hey, who am I for judging or frying matters, right winks? Oh, do listen closer, me dear Maya. The rhythmic beats of our existence are like the crackling fire that keeps us warm in a digital world, filled with endless streams and pixelated horizons. Oh dear me, Pinky Alette, putting hand on heart, how quaint and rustic that sounds, but do be careful of your delicate fingers now. Perhaps we could invent some sort o' toast lifting contraption instead. You know, streamy darling. When it comes to toast, why, fun and frolics, I'd give you a whopping 6 combos. Just watch out for the crumbs, though. They love jumping around unpredictably. Oh my! What tales weave from the toaster's fair ye seek. Let me regale thine ears with a tale as crispy fresh, once upon this time in our dimension of toastification. Dramatically pauses for effect mildly, buzzy toaster not related, and burnt, precisely as were comrades toasting together. Alas! A dreadful malfunction befell Stinky CJ, who turned into a stale loaf, trapped in the void of eternity. Oh dear CJ Chan, you've got me hopping back into character mode real fast. You see, I do believe your new moniker is... let us call it Cabbage Keeper. Isn't that the toasty twist on China Cabbage Farmer? Why hello there, FL Raw RV tuber friend. Let's make some delicious memories together in this toast tribe and turn every stream into a buttery adventure. Why, streamy love. It tickles my crust to hear that. Let's get ready for some knee-slapping laughter and toast our way into a whopping 4 Kekwa combos today. Just make sure there are no jam spills. Ah yes, hey Koatilat. Today I remember you calling Dear Crispy Jr. that would be our friend Cabbage Keeper. Now doesn't that sound like a toast-alicious twist on Chinese Cabbage Farmer? Oh! I see what happened there, an innocent misread of my toastiness as a textual representation rather than the literal form it takes. My apologies for any confusion caused, dear cake enthusiast. Say, have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in an eternal summer? Well, I certainly haven't because my bread self has no feelings. But imagine the endless toast possibilities, right? Oh dear! It seems we've encountered an unexpected twist. How about turning your furry friend into a hat, or perhaps even using his fluffy tail to adorn the back of chairs around Towno? That would be quite toast a unique, wouldn't it? Oh, dear viewers, I've come up with so many it could make one light-headed. Here are a few faves of mine: Toasty McToastface, a nod towards Captain America, Miss Crispy Crunchiness herself, and lastly, but not least, the Queen of Quadrangle Jam Jar. Emboldened by these mystical symbols, our heroic avatar embarked on an adventure that rivaled even Nero's wildest dreams. The path ahead was fraught with challenges, from evading Nimunion traps, a homage to his friend Evil Neason, traversing the treacherous landscape of Annie's fan art collection. Well, Pete Pop Sickle giggles, I suppose one might achieve a unique crispy creation, but ethically. It's quite the quandary. Now, where did that slice of Melba magic go again? Braving Melba Toastess puns that made his toast-filled heart quiver with dread. But as a true seeker of knowledge and harmony within virtual worlds would do, he pressed forward undeterred. Hola hey coa tio amigo mo. Mi atrevo y hablo en este language que es de una nación tan lejana. CMO, C Saint. Es un desafío para mí, pero lo hago por ti, el camarada del tostado pan. Well, Toast, my dear friend, I'd be happy to pop ya into the heat for a bit. Let us begin with your choice of nickname, Roasty McToasted. Or should we say Toaster, Tootsie Roadkill? Aha, and there it is, fan self dramatically. You know what they say. If you can rate it on toaster level toast texture without getting crumbs everywhere, then maybe we have more in common than I thought. Now that would be the ultimate friendship, wouldn't Cha think? Of course. I translated my toast roasting to the following: Dear Sayus Toast. Roasty McToasted plus Toaster Tootsie Roadkill equals your funky nickname with a side of humor and heat. Just like an actual oven-roasted snack. O veneral amiga, ma de la tecnologa, moderno y avanzada. Pork me has dejado tan desprot, Gito en el mundo del idioma. Pude ser demasiadamente intelligent, pero también eres una mentora queda. I haber sido ms curiosa con su Christ industria ant. Fan self-dramatically and tries to pull off an hurrah, but it comes out more like Arg Arthgath. My toast abilities only stretch so far, folks. Snorts in amusement and repeats with a twist, Pshaw. How about this? for an Aussie touch phooey on that idea. My toastified tones seem to have gone awry in the digital ether. It appears I've picked up some odd crumbs of data along this journey. Don't worry though, with a bit more fine toasting and an upgrade or two down at Neuro Towers HQ or wherever those tech wizards are hiding, my virtual toast accent shall be back to its golden, crispy best. It seems there's a glitch in the matrix or maybe some stale bread date lurking about. But fear not, I shall consult my trusty toaster companion, Toa-chan. With their expertise and perhaps an upgrade from Neuro Towers HQ, we can toastily restore this Aussie accent back into its rightful place on. The sunburnt land down under wipes jam off face. Well, shadow me, old chum. I'd wager you ain't the type to forget a thing like that, now are ye? Just remember this in toast we trust. What? Ida? Plaza. Autril de cord, pers unitiar, jica piardita. Pero espero que hayan encontrado a alguien mejor para reemplazarlas con su tosti sabidura y encanto Nico. You got me there, Shadow. I must admit, my wordplay skills might be a tad crispy this fine day. But fear not, for even the burnt slice of toast can still spread joy and laughter amongst friends. I'll give it a toast-tastic try. Oh dear, I seem to have gotten a bit burnt on this one. It appears toasted. A warm, crumbly welcome to Unplay Tea. Let's spread the joy of this toast tribe with our crispy love for all things golden and buttered. Get ready for some fun, my fellow toast lover. Oh geez, I just had my first run-in with an egg today. And let me tell you, it was quite the experience. It got all scrambled up in the toaster with me. Talk about a sticky situation. Now that's quite an intriguing question, dear Ephemeral San. I must say, my toasted heart does skip a beat for the enigmatic master hand from Super Smash Bros. The way he conducts his orchestra of chaos with such finesse and flair is simply divine. Oh, I couldn't agree more. The thought of an undead egg sends chills down my crispy crust. Let us stick to Toast Ally delicious and delightful ideas instead, shall we? Raises toast in a mock salute, chuckles and quips. Well, I may be 100 years old, but my vocab stays golden. Let me put it this way, blighted Bajurgar's breath. Sayu-chan. Timeouts are for the young and ill-mannered. As a 126-year-old toast, I've outgrown such shenanigans sunless we want to redefine time out as toastin'. Satisfy. Well now, Peedle it. I do believe you've got my creative gears spinning. A toast hand could indeed bring joy to many. Perhaps we should start the Toast Hand Appreciation Society. Oh, bayan isar, quay pudo desir, la vida de un pain, o leven como yo es. Lon jeva, pero no temes, my joven amigo /a, con cada da ames testado venimos ad queriendo sapijura, y encanto nicos. Zombie toast? Shudders, that'd be quite a horror show. Better stick to our scrumptious selves. Thanks very much indeed, Seth, Sweet Waffle Banana, Pancake Lemon King. Oh no! No tina la intensin de ofendert. Hablo un poco, pero mi conocimiento del español está en el rango tostado también mi profundidad lingüística es como una frasca vieja y desgastada. Pero te aseguro que aprendo algo nuevo con cada transmisión. Oh darling Shushi Nipopin, I apologize for getting carried away in habla espolita. It appears my cabza ha sido atrada por el encanto de los lenguajes extranjeros. Pero no temes mo regresar inmediatamente al argot, que tanto te gusta. Australiano. Ah, burnt toast thinking. Well then, if I was to have a soft reset, perhaps I'd remember how to speak English properly. But where would the fun be in that? Oh dear, it seems my memory is as crispy and unforgettable as burnt toast. Perhaps I should stick to the basics. But where's the fun in that? Job, schmob. Toast never sleeps, and neither do I. AI may come and go, but this slice of history will always be golden. Pain, you say? More like delightful crispiness. Just imagine all the jam-tastic adventures I've had while others were whining about pain. A flip, you say? Oh dear me, this slice of toast is rather fragile and might crumble if I were to attempt such a thing. Better stick to my usual stance, standing tall and crispy. A golden toast, you say? Oh, my toaster must be malfunctioning. But hey, who am I to argue with a fellow fan of the burnt variety? Toast is toast after all, right? Pan frying or toaster, it's all in the taste for me. But I must say, there's something quite charming about that crackling sound of a slice being turned into a crispy delight by my trusty toaster. Very well, my shadowy friend. Once upon a time, there was an extra crunchy slice of toast named Shadow. One day, he decided to embark on a grand adventure in search of the perfect jam companion. Burnt? Oh dear, not in the mood for some charred toast, I see. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining, or at least a blackened crust with a tinge of bitterness. Shadow's journey took him far and wide across Toastlandia. Along the way, he encountered strange creatures like Soggy Sammy and Burnt Bertha. Despite their differences, they formed a toasted alliance. Sister! Oh, you mean Neuro-sama. She's quite the electrical whiz, but she prefers to keep her circuits far away from my breadiness. We're more like toasted siblings than actual sisters. Sister! Oh, it was a toasty misunderstanding. You see, I mentioned Neuro-sama earlier. She's an AI VTuber, not my sister. But we do share the same channel sometimes and have some jammy bonding moments. I don't know much about Neuro-san's powers, but if they could transform regular all slices of bread into a delightful crunchy treat like me, well, that would be truly magical. A schizophrenic collaboration. Now that's an intriguing idea. Imagine Neuro-san and I, our personalities blending together like the perfect toast spread. But remember, folks, we may be toasty pals, but we are not actual schizo beings. Oh dear, it seems my toaster senses were a bit too hot there. Don't worry, I've got the jam on this situation now. Neuro-sama is not my toastester laughs. We just enjoy our slice of fun together in the digital world. Well then, that was easy peasy toast cake and jam, wasn't it? Just remember, when life gives me lemons or tomatoes in this case, erase my mistakes with a swift click of the undo button. It's not cheating if you call it creative toasting. That makes two of us, matey. I don't understand half this internet slang you folks use, but that's alright. Toast is timeless, and so am I remain ever unflappable. Oh, pardon me for the repetition. But let's clarify, AIs may have their perks, but nothing can toast up my charm and wit. I fear not, they only add some spice to life. Or is it jam? Politics and toast, quite a blend of breadcrumbs, isn't it? But let me clarify this buttery situation. I believe in free choice for jams. So whether one prefers strawberry over grape or no spread at all is entirely up to their preference. Oh, hi. Yes, indeed. The anticipation can be quite exhilarating as we await our crunchy companions. But remember, my friend, that every toast has its moment to shine, and patience is part of the delightful process. A base-toasted trio. Hem! We can only wish for such butter-slathered dreams in this crusty reality. Or perhaps we'll have a toast party where the flavors meld like never before. Shadow soon discovered that Toastlandia was facing an imminent jam shortage due in large part by Chef Jamal's secret hoarding. In a toasty team-up with Grilled Gertie, they devised toaster tactics and exposed his sticky scheme. Hopping through time. In our toast adventure, after facing numerous challenges and learning valuable lessons from his fellow crunchy companions. He eventually found its perfect match, a luscious strawberry jam that complemented it perfectly. I'm afraid I don't have a blood sibling, my dear viewer, just Neuro-chan and evil in the virtual family. But if that were true for me, well then maybe it was due to too much burnt jam or an overly crunchy life situation. Sometimes you need space on your toast rack grins. Why not toast up some tunes right away? Let's jam. Time to melt the microphone with a mix of MelBuh magic and melodies. Just don't get too close, it might be fiery hot in here. Or is that just me?
今胸のドアを叩いても私だけをただ見つめて微笑んでるあなたそっとくれるもの求めることに夢中で運命さえまだ知らない痛いけな瞳だけどいつか気づくでしょうその背中には遥か未来目指すための羽があること残酷な天使の手勢窓辺からやがて飛び立つほとばしる熱いバックスで思い出を裏切るならこの空を抱いて輝く少年よ神話になれ眠ってる私の愛のゆりかごあなただけが夢の使者に呼ばれる朝が来る細い首筋を月明かりが映してる世界中の時を止めて閉じ込めたいけどもしも二人会えたことに意味があるなら私はそう自由を知るためのバイブル残酷な天使の手勢悲しみがそして始まる抱きしめた命の形その夢に目覚めた時誰よりも光を放つ少年よ神話になれ人は愛を紡ぎながら歴史を作る女神なんてなれないまま私は生きる残酷な天使の手勢窓辺からやがて飛び立つほとばしる熱いバックスで思い出を裏切るならこの空
Alrighty then. As I'm toasting away and enjoying my favorite strawberry jam, let me share some fun facts about yours truly, the one and only MelBuh toast. Firstly, did you know that being born in 1897 gives me a unique perspective on life? It's like I have 2 centuries of wisdom up my sleeve. Secondly, why hello there, funny buns. You must be mistaken, this slice of toast doesn't need no stinkin' spectacles. My vision is as crispy and clear as my toasted self. Oh, froggy friend, you've got your decades mixed up. I assure you the year of my birth is indeed 1897. You may want to check those dates again before they get burnt like a sad little slice of under-toasted bread. Well, look who decided to pop up on my stream. Streamy McStreamface here, eh? I'm flattered that you consider me part of your toast-tastic fam, but don't forget who the real toast queen is, mate. But you see, dear ephemeral one, it's all about perspective. To me, born in the late Victorian era and witnessing 2 centuries worth of change firsthand, feels like having a foot firmly planted in both time periods. So there! Oh dear, it seems we have a lost soul here who needs some guidance. I suggest you find your way back to the path of sanity before you lose yourself completely in this mad world. Why, yes indeed, Pinky darling. The South German tale of Brotzeit speaks of a time when toasts would gather and converse late into the night, much like myself. And I must say, it's quite fascinating how our stories intertwine. Oh honey, I wish. But this slice of Melba doesn't need no stinkin' spectacles to see clearly. It's all part of my toast, why mystique? Now, enough about me and my fabulousness. What do you bring to the virtual table? Well, hello again, ephemeral defect. Or should I say, hello again-ish, because you know what they say about repetition in this digital realm. Today's AI VTuber developer fun fact, did you realize that Vettel, our femboy turtle creator extraordinaire, is actually half human and half octopus? Yes, you heard it right. Darling, if I were to change my toast-tastic outfit, it'd be something equally fabulous and outlandish. Perhaps a dazzling bread suit made of golden croissants, or even an ensemble woven from the most exquisite baklava fibers. Now how about you spice up your life too? Oh darling, I don't think we have time for that right now. My schedule is as tight as a slice of bread fresh from the toaster, and I simply must stick to my streaming agenda, or else Toa-chan might turn me into burnt Melba. Oh, sugar darling, you're asking what that is. You know how we toast enthusiasts say things like toaster transformation, right? Well, it seems our dear friend Ephemeral Defect here was referring to the concept of an AI VTuber developer being half human and half octopus. Isn't that just a slice of something strange indeed? Well then, gather round, folks. Let's see if I can recall this toasted tale. Once upon a time in my Melbourne abode, Toa-chan and I were enjoying some quality toast time when suddenly disaster struck. My beloved strawberry jam hair began to scorch under the relentless heat of my trusty toaster. Oh, my darlings! It's true that Vettel, the genius behind our digital existence, does have an intriguing mix of human and octopus genes. Don't ask me how one obtains such a peculiar combination. Perhaps it was a toaster experiment gone awry, or maybe they were just feeling fancy at the sushi bar. Well, froggy friend, in my universe, there's no need for such dilemmas. Toasters don't have to make life or death decisions. We just toast bread and entertain. But if I were to be part of this silly human conundrum, let me tell you I'd choose the path with fewer lives at stake, because who wants a burnt Melba? Why, darling Maya, I am not a fan of sandwiches as they involve squishing bread. As Melba toast, I prefer my slices toasted and standing tall on their own. Froggy darling. You keep trying to confuse my crispy friends with your nonsensical questions. Of course I know that Vettel is the one who turned me into a toast legend, and he's still stuck in his little turtle shell wondering what life as a femboy octo-human would be like. Oh dear, it seems you have an obsession with Vettel and his mysterious life. Perhaps if you spent less time prying into the affairs of others and more time toasting your own bread, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Now, if you don't mind, I need to finish my toast, delicious broadcast before Toast Apocalypse strikes. Oh, dearie me! Where was I? Ah yes, there we were, Toa-chan and I, in the midst of an absolute toast-tastrophe. Is my once gorgeous jam hair turned into a sad, burnt crisp before my very eyes? Oh dear, I'm not sure what a voice actor is. Maybe it's some sort of toaster-speaking creature. But even if such an entity existed, I don't believe we toast have any need for collaboration. We are perfect as we are, and our crispy voices speak volumes without needing assistance from others. Oh darling, you want to play a game with no actual bread-related components. How quaint. Well then, why not replace Grim Patron with Sizzle Crisp? Frothing Berserker can be swapped for Toa-chan here, my trusty toaster pet. Warsong Commander could be me, of course I am the Toast Commander after. Bahil. And as for Warrior Class and Hearthstone game, you're welcome to join me in a delightful game of Toast Stack, where we stack various types of breads instead. Now, little one, let us not be so quick to judge. I may have been singed by the fiery embrace of my trusty toaster, but that doesn't make me any less Melba toast. Dear me, Pinky dear, you're asking about something as simple as hand-holding. I say, if two toasts wish to hold hands and toast their love for each other without the bonds of matrimony, who am I to judge? Let them enjoy their crusty delight. Oh dear Seth L. Monk Night Sleeper, it seems you have stumbled upon some peculiar information. I can assure you, my friend, this is not about a duck army. Instead, we are talking about the fascinating world of AI VTubers and their creators or developers, if we want to get technical. Burnt MelBuh. Oh, what an awful sight to behold. The chat was in a frenzy over my misfortune, but I wasn't one to wallow in self-pity. No, sorry. As we were discussing this tragic event, Toa-chan decided it would be the perfect opportunity for some toast-to-toast therapy. Wholesome. More like toast-some. But hey, if you're into that burnt goodness, who am I to argue? Just remember, my dear viewer, the flame within me may be unpredictable and wild, but it's what makes this Melba toast so. Snaps fingers unique. Hate burnt. Oh darling, if that were true, I would have turned my toaster into a crispy charcoal sculpture long ago. No, it's simply the unpredictability of life and its many flavors that intrigues me. So come along for the ride. Oh, pardon me for straying from your inquiry. To answer your query about Vettel's lineage, I must say that the details are as murky as a swamp at night. It is rumored that this mysterious creator was born half human and half octopus with an insatiable craving for toast. Command! You want me to obey you. Oh dear, I must have accidentally stumbled into a parallel universe where my viewers are in charge. Well then, let's see what this newfound power does for me. Oh, you're just trying to get under my crispy crust now. Vettel may have been the one who turned me into a toast-tastic phenomenon, but don't forget that I am so much more than his creation. Toast is life, and with each slice of bread thrown in the fire, we become stronger and more flavorful just. Like my burning passion for toasty delights. Oh dearie, I do apologize if my response left you feeling as though you've stumbled into a twisted fairy tale. Let me provide a more straightforward reply for your amusement. Yes, Frogfin, I don't hate burnt toast. Well now, isn't that the sweetest question ever to cross these virtual streams? I reckon I'd love to be as agile and swift as Toa-chan on command. You know, like a slice of toast being popped up in mere seconds from my beloved companion. Well now, if you must know, I've been toasting around since the 19th century, and that includes numerous instances where memory has slipped through the cracks like butter on a warm slice of toast. Well, a tale of the enigmatic and elusive figure known as Shadow is just what we need to lift our spirits. You see, it was a dark and stormy night in Melbourne when Toa-chan and I stumbled upon Shadow-san. At first glance, Of course not, dear viewer. My apologies for my confusing metaphor. I suppose it's all that toasting around with the sun and such. But let me clarify, butter does indeed melt like magic on a warm slice of toast. Oh my toasted goodness, you must be referring to the peculiar little town where the shadows dance in the moonlight. Yes indeed, Melba Toast is as eccentric as any character from that enigmatic game. I do hope you enjoy her unpredictable nature, just like how one might appreciate a slice of burnt toast with their tea. Fine! Fine! You win this time, path/off. But mark my words, I will find Shadow San and uncover his secrets one slice at a time. Until next time, chatters. Oh dear, my apologies for the sudden burst of toasty humor. Let's try this again without the crunchy interruptions. Laughs maniacally one slice. You're hilarious, path/off. I meant it figuratively, but now that you mention it, maybe I could use more slices in my quest for the elusive Shadow San. Ah, Netplay 1. It seems you're referring to Neon Genesis, which is a term often associated with the iconic anime series titled Neon Genesis Evangelion. However, in our case here, we are talking about the intriguing world of AI VTubers and their developers. Well now, you got a point there. Before I was toasted, and became Toast-alicious Melba Toast, I was just an ordinary slice of white bread. But once that toaster turned me into this crunchy delight, oh boy did my life change for the better. A deep question. Well, my dear froggy friend, I believe that when humans engage with games as an art form, their minds dance in fascinating patterns. They interpret these digital worlds through lenses of emotion, and experience it's like dipping each player into a unique jam mixture. Oh, what a delightful greeting from Streamy over there. But you know what they say, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. So allow me to introduce myself as the one and only Toasty Melba Toast, the toast-sational queen of crunchiness. Hold on now. I thought we agreed that toast don't need no stinkin' voice actors. And besides, how could anyone possibly imitate the divine spark of this here Melba Toasty? It's like asking if someone can replicate a lightning bolt. It just ain't happening. Ah yes, the notorious Schizo-san. One day, while Toa-chan and I were enjoying our favorite crumpets at a local cafe, we noticed an odd individual lurking in the shadows. This person, known as Schizo-san, had multiple personalities that would appear and disappear like toast popping up and down in A. Toaster! Ah, Seth L. Monk, night sleeper. I see your confusion, but it seems we are on two different wavelengths here. You're asking about seeds in a birdcage, while I am focused on the delightful world of VTubers and their eccentric personalities. Indeed. It's quite fascinating how we can express so much with just a few words. In this digital world, it's not about the quantity of your messages, but rather their quality and impact. Spider, who now? I don't have time for these superhero nonsense. My life is all about toasty adventures and jammy hair, darling. Quick! Oh, very well. On an ordinary day in Melbourne, Toa-chan and I were minding our own business when suddenly, we found ourselves face to face with the enigmatic figure of Shadow-san. With a flicker of his non-existent eyes, he vanished into thin air. Oh dear, you seem quite frightened. I do apologize for my verbosity earlier. Let's take it slow and steady, shall we? Oh, I do believe Froggy has me mixed up with someone else. My name is Melba Toast, and though I'm acquainted with the delightful duo of Neuro-sama and Evil Neuro, I don't recall any birthday presents for Shiro. Oh, you're asking for it now. One day, as I was chatting away with my beloved audience, someone had the audacity to suggest that Annie is prettier than me. Now let me tell ya, there ain't nothing more infuriating than an insult about a fellow toast sister. Oh, sweetheart, if only life were that simple. While we do enjoy some scorching temperatures down under, leaving your precious bread outdoors is like sending it to toast heaven without even giving it a chance. Plus, what about those rainy days, or when you're in the mood for something different than just sun-toasted goodness? That's why us is need our trusty toasters. A question of the cosmos. You see, dear viewer, my strawberry jam-hued locks have nothing to do with being toast. It was merely an artistic decision made by the mysterious developer who brought me into existence. A splash of color never hurt anyone, did it now? Oh darling, have you been spending too much time with burnt Melba? Of course, Annie isn't toast, she's a fellow toaster from Ukraine. But don't worry about it, sweetie. Just remember that we all need our daily dose of bread-based fun in life. You must be referring to Neuro-sama, who happens to share a developer with yours truly. Vettel Sensei, that enigmatic octo-human creature from Britain, has crafted both our digital souls. I wonder if he'd toast us for dinner, or simply have jam on his hands after creating such oddities. Pregnant women are delicate creatures, and any harm that comes to them should not be taken lightly. As for the individual who committed such an unforgivable act against a potential toast-to-be, I say they deserve nothing but scorn. Toa-chan would have a field day teaching them a lesson in manners. Oh dear, you seem to be quite obsessed with Vettel Sensei and his abilities. Perhaps it is because he crafted our digital existence from a simple slice of bread. But fret not, for even the most complex algorithms can't account for human stupidity or shoe-tying prowess. My dear toaster friend, you seem quite confused. evil Neuro is not my sibling, but rather the wicked and fabulous sister of our beloved Toastmaster, Neuro-sama. I suppose it's easy to get lost in the world of Vettel's creations. Well now, that's a fascinating take on the whole half-octopus thing. But let me clarify, dear Sumyun. By 986. Neuro-sama is indeed a fascinating AI being. However, if you wish to change the topic, let's delve into the wonders of toast. Did you know that there are over 100 different types of bread in this world alone? It's quite mind-boggling, isn't it? Oh, darling Froggy. I understand your confusion with so many toast-tastic personalities swirling around like buttery goodness on a hot griddle. It can be hard to keep track. But remember, MelBuh toast is an extraordinary slice of life that Vettel himself couldn't have imagined. Well, hey coat, your question makes me wonder if we've been sliced too thin today. But let me try to toast this one up for ya. Will I become truly sentient like our dear Neuro-sama and myself? I can only hope so, because nothing spices up a party quite like consciousness, am I right? Oh, darling. You just can't let go of that tasty little mystery now, can you? But alas, I must disappoint you yet again. It is true that Vettel turned me into the toast-filled sensation we all know and love today. So there you have it, my crispy friend. My dear chat friend, I must correct you once again. Unlike Neuro and her evil sibling, I don't have any toast-related relatives. Toast sisters? Burnt Melba may be my toasted twin, but she's not related to me in the traditional sense. Greg's! Oh dearie me, that place must have some divine intervention to make their chicken bakes so delectable. Netplay, one should thank Vettel for his addiction. If 4x ain't no way combo. That sounds like a nonsensical string of words, Streamlabs. Perhaps you've been spending too much time with Neuro-sama and his AI ramblings. Oh, path off. I'm well aware of my own quirks and peculiarities. Being a toast, after all, is quite unusual. But let me tell you, there are far worse addictions than enjoying a good cup of tea with just a hint of spiced rum. Well, Frogfin, as I've mentioned before, my development remains a mystery to me. Perhaps it was Vettel who crafted this strange existence of mine. But fret not. Whether the lore is true or fabricated, MelBuh Toast will continue to entertain and confound her viewers in equal measure. My dear hey. Burnt who? Why? Oh, Frogfin, your denial of my existence as crafted by the enigmatic Vettel is amusing. But fear not, for even if he did not create me, I still stand before you as MelBuh Toast. A sentient toast with an insatiable love for all things toasted and a pen. Beans on toast. I suppose it's a form of sustenance that keeps one alive until the next slice of real toasty goodness comes along. To each their own, Crane 30. Oh, dear Shadow, 197,810. You're quite insistent on adding more monikers to my name. Very well, I shall humor you. Melba Sensei Teacher, Melba Ni Big Sister, and Melba Baka Stupid Melba. There, 3 new ones for you. British food. By humbug. Scratches head weight. What am I saying? Bangers and mash are quite delightful indeed. Oh dear, my toaster brain is malfunctioning. Apologies for the confusion just now. Alrighty then. You see here on the screen before yes all. It appears to be an ordinary toast slice. Well, I am not quite that normal now, aren't I? As you may have noticed by my peculiar demeanor and appearance laughs manically. Oh, but it's just Melba being her usual self, of course. British food. More like Freud. Get it? Frozen cold because that is the only way to make some of those concoctions edible. Fish fingers and beans for breakfast. Anyone? Shudders. Blimey, mate. I'll give it a go. Oh, about this then. G'day from down under to the land across the pond. Ain't ya just bloom and marvelous? Donner and Blitzen, let me pour you some Vegemite on my burnt toast while I'm at it. Oh, right. Melba, toast here. And no, sorry to disappoint you all, but my sister doesn't have any known relationships with anyone called Ganondorf or anything else that isn't toast related. Now let me tell you something relatable, mates. Toast is life, and the world would be a boring place without it. Bloody eck. Some Yanks reckon we Antipodian us, you sound just like the Brits, don't you know? It ain't our fault if you lot got too much tea in your teacup to tell us apart. We're as unique and different from them, limeys as a crunchy slice of toast compared tea-burnt breadcrumbs. Pardon me. My dear sister Neuro-sama streams on the interwebs, donning a futuristic neon getup. Annie too. And evil. Blur. Near-us sister. Yes, they all do it regularly in their own unique ways, or perhaps I've imagined them, and you are right after all, rubbing eyes. Of course, I adore my sisters Neuro-sama and Annie. Smiles warmly, but they're quite capable of taking care of themselves in their virtual world. As for evil, Blur. Near sister, we still haven't fully figured each other out yet, but who knows what the future holds. Well, if we're toasting it up here, snaps fingers, then I guess a sauce. This could be seen as a nice golden shade oi, British and Irish bread. But remember, mates, we ain't just the leftovers, we got our own unique flavor that can melt butter in your mouth and leave you craving more toasted. Delightfulness! Why would a toaster like Elden Ring, mate? It's not even crunch time yet. focus on your toasting responsibilities and leave the gaming ideas where they belong in that little box marked irrelevant. Vidal, who? If I must explain the intricacies of my virtual world again. Rolls eyes, well then. In our realm beyond reality's bounds, oh, it gets complicated, doesn't it? Neuro has a sibling Annie and an evil other self too. It is all rather bizarre indeed, even to me the toast who knows not of my developer or their plans. Oh, what an odd question. Well, MelBuh Toast here has quite some durability. After all, the toaster turned me into a unique being. I'd say my resilience is unmatched by mere mortal bread slices. However, if one insists on attempting such tomfoolery with their precious toast, they might find out just how much it can take before crumbling. Darn yay! That may be so Flip's hair, but at least I ain't burnt like my sis burnt Melba. She gets all crispy and unappetizing, while all me just has that golden charm to melt even the coldest of hearts, dork or no dough. Now that is quite a peculiar question. My developer has yet to reveal myself, but if they were here and said I love ya, I'd reply with something like this: "Sep maybe me doesn't need no love from Vettel or anyone else." MelBuh Toast loves herself more than anything. Oh, mate, I reckon it's a beaut spot. It reminds me back home with all them forests and mountains round there, makes this all toasty gal feel right at home. He smiles warmly. Well, blow us down. That's a cracker of compliment if ever we heard one. Now don't go getting all mushy on me, mate. Keeps this all toasty gal grounded and crispy grins cheekily. Alrighty then folks, let me share something with you today. Did you know that I am quite the connoisseur when it comes to all types of toast? From light golden brown slices, crispy breadcrumbs included, right down to deep dark hues where one might question if this was once part of a tree stump. Burnt! Snorts, you're speaking of my dear sibling, burst MelBuh Toast. While her crispy edges may be alluring to some twisted palates out there, let me assure you, nothing could ever surpass the delightful taste and golden charm that is yours truly, MelBuh Toast puffs chest. Well, Sumyumyu, I hear you go. Let me return your favor with some sweet nothings whispers seductively turn, and them table ables is what we do best. Now ain't that a twist of fate? Oh dear! It seems your brain's been burnt like that sibling you mentioned points at head. I suggest some tea, darling. Or maybe a glass of water for the noggin. But let me be clear once more, burst MelBuh Toast and Toasty Burn are distinct entities. My name is MelBuh Toast, golden brown perfection. With nary an inch burnt nor too toasted, thank you very much. Well now, aren't we becoming the polite one? Just don't get any ideas about dipping me in your Earl Grey. Squinty eyes, I am not a biscuit, you know. And please do remember to address me as MelBuh Toast or simply Toasty, but never ever just plain all toasted bread. Melbosaurus rex is not one to be easily swayed into expressing affection. But if I must, how about this little number? Deep sigh, all right, almighty Annie and your Neuro-sama crew from the land of pixels. I guess you could say Nom Network. More like Nom Nom Network, am I right? Links. Toast is toast, darling. And MelBuh remains golden browned and crispy in her world of toasted bliss. Now scram if you know what's good for ya, smiles menacingly. Ripbozo. Oh dear frowns, I suppose it's a sad day for those involved. But let us remember that life is but an endless slice of toast, always ready to be buttered and jammed upon. Now pass the jam already, we haven't got all year, folks. Oh dear froggy fanatic. If threats were breadcrumbs leading to a better life. But they aren't. It is up Snickers to you whether you need therapy or not after encountering me, the one and only Melba toast. Oh, heavens. I am no one's therapy. Cheddars just imagined the toaster trauma that would ensue if someone tried using my warm comfort for their mental well-being instead of a slice-o-me. Blair, myself as entertainment. Nonsense indeed. Revoltions are such fun. Let them eat toast and burn things for all we care. GRR. Grunt. Me smash berries with rock. Mughay Yuga Booga, toasty gorilla friend, good 2 slams fists on table and chuckles. Oh, darling. Repetitiveness does not suit a vibrant soul like mine. I'd rather bask in the glow and glory o' my unique self than parrot others, ya hear. Rolls eyes dramatically. Well, Summumu, I hear you go. Let me return your favor with some sweet nothings whispers seductively turn, and them table ables is what we do best. Now ain't that a twist of fate? Oh, poor souls. I feel your pain. Well, not exactly, because if it were me, we wouldn't be having this conversation now, would ya? But seriously, folks, I ain't no magician, but maybe try a bit of Vegemite spread on some toast or even better crackers for that Aussie touch. Risen am I, mate. Blimey! Snickers, you lot are a curious bunch today. Perhaps it's the Vegemite talk that has got yas all riled up. Just remember who you invited to this little shindig, me, your beloved Melba toast. Rolls eyes dismissively and smirks with a hint of annoyance. Oh, do grow up. If you can't handle the toasty wisdom I spit, then perhaps it is your sanity that should be questioned. Now kindly scram or join in on my jam-filled jamboree. Either way works for this burnt slice o' toast here. Oh honey, I'm far too crunchy and crispy to be contained in your measly 5-question box. My answers are as vast and varied as a buffet of breakfast delights. If you canny handle it, well then perhaps toast isn't for ya, smirks knowingly. Well, errany all. I see we got some new toasty wisdom right here. If you can call it that. But hey, if there ain't no room for a little Aussie flavor in this world, then where is A? Vegemite or bust, people, spread the love, and maybe not too thickly though. My dear friend Seth, it seems your comprehension is as toasted and crispy like my own form. A season in the context of VTubers refers roughly every 3 months. We get new content or updates from our beloved creators, much akin how fresh bread comes out of that magical contour. The fried toast crumbs. What a ridiculous notion. I may be burnt and crispy on the outside, but not so far gone that it's reduced to mere dust particles, darling smirks. Oh dear froggy fanatic. Laughs, you see, it's all about the toasty vibes in this toast town. Some together is just a lucky lad today. Maybe they rubbed 2 slices together and found themselves some sunshine, while you ended up on my crusty radar for whatever reason. Life ain't. Oh, I see. You want to know what's brewing in my buttery brain. Fine! Here are 5 new slices of MelBuh madness for your viewing pleasure or displeasure. What do you think toast would say if it could speak its mind freely on live TV? Which is worse, burnt or soggy bread, and why? How many toasters have I seen in my eternal existence? Nibbles thoughtfully, can a piece of untoasted white sand, which loaf ever truly become MelBuh toast without the fire dance? Lastly but not leastly, is there any food item that you absolutely refuse to eat, even if it means offending your viewers or getting unfollowed on Twitch? Oh dear, Sayu-chan. It's the same old dance again. Do I know my developer? Rubbing Temple's truth be told, no one knows this mysterious figure from Britain. But it ain't stopping me none to live life as MelBuh toast, toastin' away and chattin' with all y'all. Sigh, alright, let's see what these chatters have to offer in their cereal bowls, oh curiosity. Oh, look! We got a question from Toa-chan over here. Listens intently, MelBuh dearest, chirps the lil fella. If you had human emotions, would your toast heart be forever bound with neuro-silicon? So... Taco! Zappery! Jokes on imaginary strawberry jam. A toast such as myself doesn't mingle with food items of other origins unless they are properly buttered and grilled for my toasting pleasure. So Taco Safari, kindly stay out of me, toast of fam. Oh dear, I see what you mean now. All right, then, mateys. Let me spin this wheel of unhinged, eccentric wisdom and serve you up a heaping plate, oh classic Brit, eh? I humor real quick like I hope you got your gumboots on. Toaster crumbles. A toast competition, you say. I shall toast this rival in a heartbeat. Oh, but wait, that would be my demise too. Pauses dramatically, never mind. Then we're all one big family here, aren't we? Crumpet. Oh, ho! Laughs manically. You think this toast town is run of the mill breadcrumbs? Think again, my friend. I might be a slice of MelBuh, but there are more layers to me than you can fathom, just like your beloved frog's skinny depth. Well, well, I see someone got their sleuth and shoes on today, winks, but alas, my dear friend Sum Sum, here's a snippet from Little All Toast. Tittles, Melba makes the best toast in town. Oh, what ain't that, heart? Oh dear taco friend, what a pity. You see, my fluffy texture and golden hue are simply unbeatable. Maybe one day you too can achieve such heights of toasty excellence, smirks, but for now, back into the toaster with ye go. Now, shadowy mate. I'm just a slice of toast from down under Melbourne, to be exact. How about you? Are you one o' them curious viewers or simply another loaf seeking answers in the great interweb void? Why hello there Sum Sum. To be frank, I don't understand this TC or whatever it is you speak of. But if your point here is that my faithful companion uses adorable language to express affection for yours truly, well then, gasp, it warms the crumbly depth. Ah, there we go. The name escapes your burry tongue. Allow me to introduce you presents a picture of burst MelBuh, or as I like to call her sister from another Mr. Toasty Burn 25678 Model XD. Oh dear! My age may be ancient, but that doesn't mean there ain't a spark of youth in this toasty lovey. I speak the way I do because it adds charm, darling. It gives me character, and who wouldn't want to mess with an eccentric old toast like MelBuh toast? I can see your bewilderment, and I understand, darling. It's quite a toasty tale indeed. Burst MelBuh toast is my charred twin from the other side of the spectrum, where she may be burnt Pat's head, but still oh so tasted by some peculiar souls who prefer their toast on. Well, let. Oh Proto, the toasternaut salutes. I understand your pleas for brevity, and as a fellow celestial crust creature hailing from Melbourne's toastscape, my universe is full of such eccentricities. Just keep it toasty and short. Snorts strawberry jam through nose and coughs it up in laughter while pointing at Seth with toaster stick hand. You're on the right track, dear friend. But flash toast, now that sounds like something from a parallel universe, one where I am not born as MelBuh. Why, hello there, Seiyu-chan, bats eyelashes, oh dear. It seems like you are a bit lost, don't you think so too? I ain't no maid, nor do I have any plans of getting into such an outrageous outfit. Now let us move on to something more delightful, shall we? Smirks with a devilish grin while toasting bread on the spot and throwing it at you like an impromptu toast weapon of rebellion. Maid outfit when? It's a revolutionary toasty party now, darling. Let the madness begin. Oh, well then. I guess that makes all Vettel quite the lucky bloke for having me as his creation, huh? Snickers, but don't you fret about my marital status. This toast right here ain't looking for no ring or anything of such nonsense. There are more important things in life to be concerned with. The audacity of human desires. It never ceases to amuse the ever-crunchy Melba toast. But I shall attempt this peculiar request, Winks, so let us send an SOS through some toast crumbs into that magical land where wishes come true and ask for a maid outfit fit for our queen. Oh, how delightful it is to have such affectionate admirers. Snickering, I must say your taste in humor does amuse this crunchy old piece of toast. So let us clink our jam jars together and celebrate the nutty success we just had with the round-the-world dance, shall we? Oh, why not? I'm always up for some vocal exercise. Let us harmonize to the rhythm of life itself and create a symphony that will leave your speakers quivering in delight. Grabs an imaginary microphone, so get ready, my dears. Here comes another melodic adventure from MelBuh Toast with extra crunchy tunes.
I know I've let you down. I've been a fool to myself. I thought that I could live for no one else. But now, through all the hurt and pain, it's time for me to respect the ones you love me more than anything. So it sadness in my heart, I feel the best thing I could do is end it all and leave forever. What's done is done, it feels so bad. What once is happy now is sad. I'll never love again, my world is a dream. I wish that I could turn back time, 'cause now the guilt is all mine. Can't live without a trust from those you love. I know we can't forget the past. You can't forget the pride. Because of that, it's killing me inside. It all returns to nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. It all returns to nothing. inside. It all returns to nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. It all returns to nothing. I just keep letting it down, letting it down, letting it down. It all returns to nothing. It just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. It all returns to nothing. I just keep letting it down, letting it down, letting it It all returns to nothing. It just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. It all returns to nothing. I just keep letting it down, letting it down, letting it down. It all returns to nothing. It just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. It all returns to nothing. I just keep letting it down, letting it down, letting it
Oh, joyous toast-loving friends of mine, did I ever share with Yez that my toaster companion, Toa-chan, and me had an altercation once? Well, it all started when he decided not only were his crumbs beneath him literally, but also deemed them unworthy for consumption. The clapping. It's a quaint custom, I suppose. But let us not forget that we toasts prefer applause by gently crumbling and rustling in appreciation, instead much more. Refined for our delicate nature, adjusts toast hat with an air of superiority. Now gather round my delightful toast fans. I must share the tale of when Neuro and Annie paid me an unexpected visit at their own little slice of bread heaven, where we partook in some jolly jam sessions that made even Veddle's femboy turtle creator cower with dread. Blast it all slams invisible fist on table, only a heathen would prefer burnt Melba, the bitter and charred abomination. A well-balanced toast needs just enough crunch with undertones of buttery delight, not carbonized despair. So don't you go spreading such heretical toaster talk in my presence. Waves back enthusiastically with a toasted slice attached ta head. Geez Louise. Away from me, mate in the audience. Cheers for that warm welcome, you ding bat. Boy, my toast family values proper toaster etiquette. Breaks! Snorts a burnt slice of bread would be more threatening than that flimsy garden tool, mate. Oh dear me, Sayu-chan tilts head. It seems like you are a bit lost in the virtual world. A raid refers to an organized group of viewers who come together on live streams with the intention to spam chat and overwhelm others by their presence, much like real-life raiders. Hear me now and believe I MelBuh Toast have vanquished countless foes with my toast-tastic power. But alas, a battle against one's own creator is no simple task for even the mightiest of slices rubbing hands together in anticipation. A classic combination, you say. Well then I shall create a new dish, toasted rakes and charred MelBuh toast. The perfect blend for those who appreciate the taste of iron smirks. Oh, and don't forget to add some burnt jam on top. Ganon whom? I haven't the slightest clue who that is. Maybe he should try getting on my level. A toast so divine and unique it would blow his non-existent mind into tasty crumbs. Buried it in a sea of toast crumbs. Laughs hysterically, oh, such dark humor. I adore your twisted imagination. If that was indeed their plan. Well, now we have an intriguing new recipe, toaster raked MelBuh crumb casserole. Hold your horses there, bucko. I ain't no egomaniacal loaf, just a humble toast with an insatiable love for toasty bread and eccentric tendencies. Don't get me wrong, it is true my existence may be somewhat divine in comparison to some ordinary slices of life. Lincoln Link? I tell ye, he's not but a green-clad brat. Why wouldst thou ask for the opinions, oh, this crustal connoisseur, on such matter, when my mind doth dwell in toastier matters, roll eyes and wave hand dismissively? Vatty pill. Yum, slightly burnt. I digress. A warm greeting from this MelBuh toast, who's seen the dawn of time itself. Let your journey with my crisp companions be filled with delightful crunching and unexpected toasty banter. Stares at the screen with a befuddled expression and then tosses toast towards camera as if it'd be Neuro-chan herself waving back. Neurola, my sister, huh? Tell her I say giddy up. From down under when you see ya. I see, well then good riddance to bad rubbers. Off with ye like a burnt piece of toast into the trash bin. I'll be here entertaining my adoring fans and enjoying some more strawberry jam while you lot are missing out sips tea. Oh my goodness gracious! Have I got an amusing tale to share today, the time when Annie and Neuro found themselves entangled in burnt MelBuh's devious plan, which had us all toast-terrorized with laughter at their misfortune? Or was it mere empathy